It's time for the third final of the afternoon, the men's 45 final, as the Midland Tigers take on the South East Sharks. I'm delighted to say joining me on colour commentary for this one is England international Will Lupton. How are you, Will?
I'm not too bad, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Voice holding up, which is always good,
Yeah,
especially with so many games in a day.
You took yesterday off, so I'm hoping so.
Well, yeah, I was commentating on ice hockey last night, though, so it's a busy time for me. So this final, the men's 45s. What are you expecting from this, Will?
I'm not sure what their result will be previously in the groups, but it looks a bit physical already, so I'm expecting that. Well, that'll probably continue. People are looking to get in front of the touches nice and early. Tigers probably should have probably run a strike play last play, but here we go. Fifth coming. It's a good finish.
There it goes, yeah, and that is the opening try. It's Jay Popoff, who scored a couple earlier today, I seem to remember.
So
good hand
dream
off.
start for the Tigers there.
Yeah. Nice hand off there by Sol Phoenix as well. So yeah, it is the dream start. We'll take a quick look at the results from the men's 45 pool, because this was played as a pool tournament with the top two going through, and the Tigers played the South East Sharks in their final group game and won 12-7. So if that's an indicator of how this one will go, we're going to see a lot of scores in this one.
Yeah, hopefully make for an entertaining contest.
You seem to have a bit of an audience.
Yeah, the young couple in front of us are they give us a bit of grief, but hopefully they pipe down and the crowd settles down.
Crowd trouble at touch rugby. Who'd have thought it?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we've got Tigers coming off here. This is some good yards for second. Mark Hobson coming off the pitch there. Third at halfway is pretty good. Let's see if they can keep their momentum coming onto the pitch.
It's a good drive here by the Tigers as they look to
get a good set here.
There's the chance coming through. And
extra mile. Oh,
now I think the touch was made.
He's got a look on his outside there for his winger.
Josh Bingley going through, but the touch made just before he put the ball down. It's been an impressive start by the Tigers, though.
Yeah, it's a really good transition set. They had him in a lot of trouble there. Just missing. Didn't really execute the last option, but it's really promising for them going forward. Sharks looks to be going a bit too lateral here. They probably they need to get the momentum back and go a bit more direct, but
it's the Sharks who just driving up the right hand side, but 6 touches used and the Tigers have the ball back.
There we go, a bit of go forward. And Tigers looking like a stronger team off the start. They finding a lot of yards here. That's second touch, and
with that victory over the Sharks in the last round robin game, they won all 5 of their pool games. So they do come into this final with an awful lot of momentum.
Yeah, they'll be look to keep that going. But it is a strong start from the Tigers. They've got a penalty for in the rook here. So see what they choose to run on line attack here. Just a bit of a sell. I think they're probably going to come back for a sweeper again like last time. So it's that man again. Oh,
diving through. It's Jay Popoff again, and that is 2-0, and Popoff has both the tries.
Yeah, if you see it on the replay here, just the save in middle was a bit late to his assignment, which left the mid hole, and it finished really well.
Yeah, the sort of holes that I'm sure you'll make your eyes open up wide when you get that opportunity.
Yeah, well, it's a bit of a dream. It's a nice easy score when the middles are that lazy. But no, it's a bit of a cheap one to concede as a defence. Normally, you're very happy if the attack have gone through all their options and they go to execute out wide. But anything that easy through the middle is a bit disappointing overall.
So
I'm sure they'll talk about it and fix it. It's
2-0 at the Midlands leave at the South East again. we're talking about how well the Midlands are going forward, but they've not allowed South East anything when they've been driving themselves.
Yeah, the pressure's really good. They're forcing them to go laterally, which we're away here.
Oh, this is great speed. And it was just a short pass onto the right-hand side. It was Stephen Gouda, who scored 5 on the string game earlier today, gets his first try of the final.
That's not 5.
Yeah, 5 tries in it.
Oh. No, yeah, like you say, just a simple 2-on, just a nice easy 2-on-1 with the winger, and they're around the corner and he's finished it off.
It's a very, very good start. 5 minutes in, and already the Midlands Tigers are 3 to the good.
Yeah, this is much better from the Sharks. Momentum and open side quickie, and
Touch made though.
it's a good saving touch. They created the options really well. 3-on-2. And it's just a good saving touch. So probably, if I was them, I'd look to run a similar play. Go to the open side here, but they're coming around on a sweeper, short side, and the link just cut in a bit late there, and he didn't have time to get the ball off.
The Tigers have the ball once again. Use it to make the transition play and bring fresh legs on.
Fourth, just over halfway.
2 to play with. The final touch now.
Oh, this is really good yards there off fifth.
Oh, that's a lovely reverse pass.
Really well
Absolutely
timed there.
superb. John Lovell putting the ball down, but it was all about the reverse pass here.
Really good yards. Had both middles in the touch, and they were rolling back. And then as soon as his middle started chasing, it's a great ball straight to his hands, and we just walks in for an easy score there.
Well, Popoff, who scored the first 2, turns provider there with the reverse pass to John Lovell. So Midlands lead 4-0, and it's already looking ominous with only 6.5 minutes played.
Yeah, well, Sharks look strong through the pool game side looks things, so I'm sure they'll have a game plan, and they'll talk about it amongst themselves in the box, and probably look to get to half time with minimal damage from here, and hopefully get a couple on the board. Might just need that to get their confidence back, but at the moment they're just not really getting down the pitch, and Midlands are able to maintain and gain momentum a little bit too easy.
Tigers coming again.
So a fresh 6 there.
Yeah, a fresh 6 for the charge down, and no let up for the pressure on the South East Sharks. Very calm play along the line by the Tigers.
Just able to check it off a little too easy. Sharks they need to look like they need to put a little bit more pressure on these roll balls, and see if they can front up the Tigers to hold their momentum.
And this space on the right hand side here is well defended that time by the Sharks, but the Tigers doing so well at keeping the ball alive. And through goes Matthew Hall, and there's 5 already.
Yeah, got a 3-on-2 on the middle shot up, a 3-on-2 on the outside, and he's just playing his come off his left foot as the chasing defender's coming across the cover space, and
you could see the reaction of the defender as he looked up as that happened. As he said, "Yeah, I've been totally had there."
Yeah, he's obviously focusing on covering the space on as he's covering under the middle, and just a change of direction, and he's not able to go with him, and he walks through for the score.
So a lot of work for the Sharks to do here. But this has been an excellent performance so far by the Midlands Tigers in this opening 8 minutes and 40 seconds. It seems to be taking abuse again from the crowd.
Yeah, Oliver Simon and his girlfriend Cara are just sat in front of us, giving us a bit of grief. No. Tigers are fresh there 6. I think the defender actually did pretty well there, considering it's a 2-on-1. So anytime you're in a position like that, knocking the ball down and preventing the score is much more valuable, and you're not really too fussed about giving a set away, especially at halfway.
So, Tigers coming again.
A little 32 short, and the defender looks
he's
offside.
down. He's down. It's 6. It's just looking a little bit too easy at the moment.
Yeah, I think it may be the end of day 2 after a bit of a long competition. It's a bit warmer today. The ground's going to be a bit harder. I think it's just looks like it's taking the toll on the Sharks, which is.
Yeah. And Colin Hullett with the latest score, because this is both teams' 3rd game of the day. So after a tough pull, they're now playing in the final. I think they've been pretty much every other game, so they're game on, game off, coming up to this final.
A tough schedule on day 2 then.
It certainly is.
Let's get a strike on the 7 here. It's a good dump. It's looking open side, hitting his holes.
Oh, that's a shame.
Got the penalty for not moving forward there, but that was a much better play from the Sharks. A bit of momentum and a lovely hole. Just shame he couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, Alex Berger, it was a nice pass inside. He did well to sort of get his hands to it, but just couldn't drag it into his body to run through and get the score.
Looking at a quickie sequence here for the Sharks. Nice hole one. Oh. Again, a lovely hole and a much better move, but again, couldn't hang on to the ball.
Tigers come again as they go down the right-hand side from the sub-box, but infringement is called, and the Sharks have a fresh set of 6 in the Midlands Tigers half. Is this their opportunity?
Yeah, this is the first time we're seeing a bit of pressure on the Midlands, and the Sharks are getting their rewards. They had a penalty on the line where they dropped it, obviously hitting the holes, and now they've been able to keep them in their half for the first time. So we can see if they'll convert and take their rewards if they can score here. Perhaps start of a comeback. It's a bit of a bouncing ball. He's gone away with it. Just running out. I think he's just run out of options there, and he's stepped back the wrong way when he perhaps shouldn't have. Can continue going open side towards his box, where his players are for an overlap.
Tigers coming again. Again, they're choosing to go down this right-hand side as they get the transition and bring fresh players on.
Good yards there by John, avoiding touch from the winger. I think if Tigers can have withstood the pressure the Sharks have had to give, if they can then convert this and come down the other end and score, then
straight through again. This time it's Colin Hullett once again.
So it looks like it may be turning into a bit of a long 40 minutes here for the Sharks if they
yeah, it's 7-0 already, and they just seem to be. It's just too easy for them at the moment to get through.
Yeah, they need to go back to their processes and simplify their game plan. Like we say, the scores through the mid gap is not where you want to be scoring. I think they need to force Midlands to throw, because then you're relying on it being a good pass and to be caught and finished. But at the moment they're just letting them walk through the mid, which is less than ideal.
Interception, 0 touch.
Looks like he's brought it back for a touch and pass. Very happy looking ref. He's a very smiley man. These yards are just too easy. They're getting third at halfway. They're very happy now. They've got their subs on as well.
Yeah, it's and like you say, they've been finding. It's not the usual tries where they're looking to bang it out to the wing where there's generally space. They are getting those tries through those gaps in the middle. That time managed to be closed, and the South East Sharks have the ball back.
Yeah, much better. The middle, Saban Mills stepping up and giving the ball player a lot less time to pick an option. and a turnover. So the Sharks just need to go back to those processes they've shown they can do, and simplify their game plan. So look to get some fresh legs on.
Comes back into the middle. Better drive from the Sharks here, but just seems to be at the crucial times a little bit of lack of composure from the Sharks when they've got making that final pass.
Yeah, they're not really getting the yards they want to make, so they're having to throw the ball about 20-30 metres outside, away from the try line, which is not really where you want to be playing with the ball, and especially when the pressure's on you and it's not quite going to hand. So we've got a turnover. Tigers will look to execute as they've got a good field position at the start of this set. It's a good touch there. I'm not sure the player actually stepped over that ball, but much better defense from the Sharks here. Working together and chasing each other across the field, so there's no gaps.
Yeah, it's the first time you've really seen the Tigers get into that position and then wonder, sort of run out of options or ideas of what they're actually going to do with it.
Yeah, doing well. That's the first time we've seen them. Yeah, work hard across the pitch, laterally together as the defence, closing down the mid gaps and the mid link. So I think the Tigers may have to change what they're running now. It's a good touch there for a turnover on the line. But that's much better. That's much better. Finishing the set on the Tigers' line, forcing them to go to full length here.
It's the Tigers with the ball. And once again, they look to bring it over for the transition play. Fresh legs on now. This is a great drive by the Tigers here.
Yeah, making tons of yards here. Let's see what they go for. As we an ML.
Final touch. Did he? I think he avoided the touch there. Pretty sure he did. He's kicked it back into the middle. There is another score. It's Josh Bingley this time. And it's 8 for the Midlands.
Yeah, Sharks defender losing the battle for the short side here, and not able to recover. His link's already slid out into man-on for the short side behaviours. He's just not able to compete there.
It's Mark Elliott and the despairing dive, just millimetres away from making the touch, but may as well be feet away in that situation.
Yeah, it's unfortunately you don't get a touch for being close at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Last touch here for the Sharks. They want to kill it on their box side, which is what they're looking to do.
It's doesn't find its mark again.
Yeah, they've lost a lot of yards with that last pass, but they'll look to get set and put pressure on this Midland drive here. See if they can stop them getting across the pitch so easily, like we've seen.
After getting here and it being such a misty morning when I got here, albeit at about 8 o'clock, it's turned into an absolutely glorious afternoon.
Yeah, the sun's come out and it's actually getting quite warm.
It is very warm.
Good momentum into fifth here for the Tigers of 32. Oh, it's a lovely
pass.
hole.
Great pass. Colin Hullett to Mark Hobson, and Hobson puts the ball down.
Be happy with that one. Just got on the outside of his middle, and it's a lovely hole as the link held for an extra second, and it's a great ball.
It really was. And it's 9 for the Midlands, and they've absolutely dominated this game, and we've still got 80 seconds until the hooter goes for half time. And the thing is, you sadly shows what do you say when you're in the huddle at half time after this? So is there anything you can say really?
So, yeah, it's going to be a tough conversation, I imagine. And they've just got to concentrate on getting momentum going forward. Like, this is much better. He's gone through.
Has he got it down?
It's a good score, that.
Yes, it is a score, and the South East Sharks are on the board.
So that might give them a bit of hope going into half-time, as long as the Midlands don't go ahead and score here. Just picked up, gone through the mid gap. Again, the Tigers will be disappointed with that one, as we spoke about the same. See it on the replay. It's open side quickie, and the saving middle's just released very early there. He needs to lock that through, becomes a bit chaotic, as we see.
Theo Oberholzer puts the ball down for the first score for the South East Sharks.
Sweeper, it's picked up. Oh,
interception. Has he got the legs? No, he's
quite.
caught along the wing.
Much better defence there. Looking to force the Midlands throw, and almost ended up in the score for the Sharks there.
So it is 9-1 that the Midlands Tigers lead at half-time. The South East Sharks getting the score just before half-time, which will give them a little bit of hope going into the second half, but it's looking like the Midlands Tigers will become the men's 45 champions. But we'll find out for sure in about 25 minutes time when the game ends. But do join us for the second half. That'll be coming up in about 5 minutes time.
And obviously ensure that control has all the correct information if you are in the final for the next game, so that we can get the team sheets out.
Welcome back to Nottingham. Second half underway. And it was the South East Sharks who have the tap off, but they've got a lot of work to do. But it looks like they're making a strong start to this second half. I'd like to say Will Lupton still with me. And Will, if we're honest, it's going to take a complete miracle for the South East Sharks to come back into this.
If they manage it, it'll go down in the history books. But but from what we've seen, it's not looking too likely. You know, it's looking more promising. That first attack, that's a nice momentum, and we're moving the ball about, and a bit more pressure on the Midlands drive here as well. So maybe that's what they talked about at half time. Just 20 minutes left of their campaign, so a little flick out the back off the ruck. Much better defence, keeping the Midlands, not giving them too much time, turn it over just after halfway. So they'll look to try and convert this, and definitely they got to finish in the Midlands end zone here.
It's the Sharks, so a little more possession for the Sharks here. Goes back to the 7. I think from the Sharks' point of view, they're just going to look at probably trying to just win this second half, aren't they? That's and 8 behind, like you say, it's going to take an absolute miracle, something probably very unlikely for them to get back in and maybe get into the lead. But I suppose a triumph for them will be able to go ahead in this one, but it's another breakaway for the Midlands Tigers. Andy Verney breaking along the left-hand side and pops the ball down. It goes to 10.
Some nice hands from Midlands coming off their line. Sharks just sending single shooters up, which are able to pass around, and then we've got him round to the edge, and a nice finish as he's gone the length of the field there.
Second time that the Midlands have been able to do that in this game.
Yeah, the second half's just gonna try, like you say, try and win the second half. Ultimately, I think they've got to just try and enjoy this. The last 20 minutes of the tournament. As they spread to the wing, it's good keeping the ball alive here. Get another strike set.
It's a shame.
Bit of lack of composure. I think they've done well to not burn the touch. They just then need to regather and set a move off there.
So Midlands have the ball again.
So yeah, Sharks still only sending up single people in 1s and 2s, which the Midlands have shown they've been able to pass around. So they come to their box and making plenty of yards. Good touch there to kill momentum.
He's from a standing start, but they are over halfway. We've seen many times this Midland side just seem to create space out of nothing.
So
very good at keeping the ball alive as well.
Yeah, their skills are really well on the outside.
So Phoenix. But I think he took a knee to the thigh as he went down there. He's in quite a lot of pain. Back on his feet. Completely unintentional. It was just an accident.
Yeah, it looks. Hopefully, it's just a bit of a dead leg. as the defenders come across there to try and make the touch. But yeah,
But it is 11-1. So Seoul Phoenix with the latest strike for the Midlands. That's a couple that they've got in this half.
See if the Sharks will see some joy here. This has been probably the most positive pod. They're able to move the ball around and get to the line with a bit of speed. They're pulling the ball back out, setting themselves up. Let's see what they come up with.
I think that's going to be called as charge down, is it? Yeah. Fresh set of 6 for the Sharks.
Litchfield spreading the play. Midland's making it go out wide, but they're obviously a fresh set here. Let's see what they can come up with. Not sure whether they want sweepers or quickies here. We'll see. Just bring the defence out. I'm going to talk about it first. Looks like the sweeper's coming around. There for not moving forward, or yeah, not moving forward there.
So still 6 for the Sharks, 7 metres out.
They very, very casual there.
Wonder what was happening. I was waiting for the ball to be properly thrown back to the Midlands, but interesting play.
Yeah, maybe lulling into a false sense of security. I'm not sure what they spoke about at half time.
Doesn't quite come off. So it remains at 11-1.
Midland's finding a lot of joy in this drive as the Sharks aren't really acting as a unit here. Something they're going to need to fix as soon as they can, or these yards are just going to keep coming for the Tigers.
Good switch passing there.
Coming back for an earlier penalty, it looks like. Referee playing the advantage, but none was taken, so he's come back for an offside, I believe. Tigers keeping the ball alive and just taking touch one there. They're going to want to get to the line here. Teams have a habit of, when they have good field position, not taking advantage, so we want to see them getting the line in play and getting a shot at the line here.
Attacking now. Oh, good speed through. Really good speed shown by Josh Bingley, but just couldn't quite take the ball with him. To be fair, the South East Sharks defence had closed that out quite well. I think the touch would have been made had he caught the ball anyway.
Some good yards coming off the box here. See if they can. Fourth touch here. Let's see if they can keep the defence rolling. It's good so far. He's just run out of space and falling over a little bit.
Yeah, just looking to use that right-hand side wing, but Midland's defence had closed it down really well. Now Midland's have it again. Transition from the sub-box. We see Seoul Phoenix is back on again, so no worse for wear after that little injury he picked up after he scored the last try. And now he has it again, and there's loads of space on the left-hand side. And Stephen Gouda pops the ball down. And it's 12-1.
Seen a scoop in the mid channel, and the Sharks a little late to shutting on a pass, which just gave the Midlands time to go through the hands. Really well executed and finished off. Yeah, it's looking like we're not going to see that miracle come back.
No.
Unfortunately for the Sharks, but we'll see if they can create some good plays nonetheless off the back of this.
I think they've limited I say limited. They limited the Tigers to 3 scores in this first 9 minutes of the second half. If you think back to the first half, there was sort of 6 down at that point. So you're going to take improvements, aren't you? It's probably not ideal, but I suppose it's looking for any quick wins that you can.
Yeah, they got a tough performance. It's going to be a tough one to look back on. They're going to have to take the positives they can get. Their defence has been a bit better, especially good hands from here. The defence has been a lot better on the line so far in the second half, making the Midlands go round them rather than straight through the middle.
That just I don't know whether that was meant for Bingley or Verney. It ended up in the middle of it.
It's like it's caught in 2 minds. But much better defence from the Sharks there, making the Midlands pass around, which we'll see is a lot less successful so far. There's some positives in there. There's only so much to say, I'm afraid, when you're down by 11 and
turned over again to the Midlands. We're into the final 10 minutes, and the Midlands Tigers are going to take this title. There's absolutely no doubt about that. But it's what can the South East Sharks do in this remaining 10 minutes to maybe try and close the gap a little bit. The Midlands just look so dominant every time they're coming forward. Seem to be creating gaps, and they go through again, but the touch is made. And that is 6. So a better defensive set from the South East Sharks, but they are starting their play very, very deep in that, and that is not going to help.
That's after a good stop, that's not what you need. Giving the Tigers a full set of 6 on the line after they've shown the prowess to score. See what, just a roll ball here. See what the Tigers look to run. Looking like a quickie play. Quickie QB. Much better defence there, making the throw, and they're able to cover under at a time.
Still alive, is it? No, it's Sharks ball. 8 minutes to play.
Done well to keep them off the line, making the throw and being able to cover under, and obviously earning the touch and passes. They went for a bit of a phase play.
The Sharks, final touch. Can they create something from this? There's a bit of a gap opened up. It's come over to the left wing, but I think that was forward. Yes, it was. Once again, the Midlands have the ball.
Just making very, very easy yards here. And we're seeing improvements from the Sharks, but also
Yes, he was offside, so it is a touch. There was a bit of hesitation as touch was called.
Referee calling play through the link was offside, and taking full advantage.
Popoff has a hat-trick. That's his 3rd try of the game.
So just as we talk about making improvements, unfortunately didn't
so 13 for the Midlands.
See if they can work something here. Hammer. Right options. It's a lot better play. They were making the options were on. They had an overlap. The defender just got his hand to the ball, so they got a fresh 6 again there. They should look to run something pretty similar as they have a little bit of joy with it. So we'll see what they go for.
Back into the middle.
Bit of a 32, but no real runner coming off the back of it. Going for an N in for this 21 short.
Down it goes.
I think that's a good defensive touch. The referee's called it just before the ball was down. But they're going to align their test in the Midlands here, which is much more than they did in the first half. They got one more touch to set up here. Pretty tired, taking their time rolling the ball there. What do we go for here?
Oh, that's rolling forward, so it gives the Midlands the ball back. 5 minutes left to play now.
Defender getting the shot, getting his hands to the ball there to stop them getting on the overlap. Referee just reminding them of where the mark was.
Midlands Tigers are on again next in the women's 27s final. They'll be taking on the South East Tapans.
They had a really close game yesterday at the early day with the Taipans just coming out on top, if I remember rightly. So should be a closely competitive match with some good touch on display, I hope.
And then we finish with the men's 30s final, and that will be the Southwest Saxons against the Midlands Tigers. So still 2 more finals to come here after this one. And of course, if there's still more touch to come next weekend, it's from this same venue, and they will be the juniors.
The junior setup in England's progressed a lot over the last couple of years, so I expect it to be a lot higher standard of touch as like the young ones are coming through the ranks and showing what they've got. Just trying to work it down the ring now, running out of space and being touched. That's touch 6, so it's a turnover. The Tigers look to work out from their own half here.
Tigers starting deep.
Referee calls ball gone there. The Tigers work down their box, getting some momentum.
Comes back to the right hand side.
Great momentum here. Middles have no good pre-touch. On the outside to the winger.
Oh, that's great play. And it's Stephen Good there again. So it's 14 for the Midlands.
Yeah, it's tough running for the Sharks here. Last couple of minutes, just try to see if they can finish with a bang and get a score in the second half. See what they run off this tap off here.
They've I think to give a positive for the South East in the second half, they have looked a lot more threatening offensively.
Yeah, they've been forcing them into throw, which is why we've seen a lot less scores from them this half. And yeah, they're having a good crack at our line, which is good to see. A couple of close calls, a couple of back downs, which are potential scores. So yeah, much more improved this second half, which they'll be pleased about. Obviously, it won't be the result they wanted. Just turning it over here.
Goes back to the Midlands. 90 seconds left to play before the hooter goes.
Making a half break there. He didn't really look like he wanted to go to the lens, so just sort of looking for the defender to make the touch there. 7 on the pitch there for the Tigers. Setting their subs on a bit early before the last player was able to get off. Well spotted by the referees. It's a tap at halfway. Someone needs to tell the Sharks players that as well. running off into the distance on their own.
Back it goes for the Sharks that are given the opportunity to make the changes as we are into the final minute of the game. And this has been a comprehensive, dominant performance by the Midlands Tigers.
Yeah. Apparently, an extra 10 metres from the ball away, and we're just seeing the effects of the two-day tournament taking the toll on the older states from here for the Sharks. Midland's looking a lot fresher and able to gain a lot more momentum going forwards.
So can they really put the icing on the cake with a final try? That was probably charged down. This 10 seconds left. The heater is going to go any time now. There it is. So final play. Oh, my word, and they do finish it off to make it 15-1. Matthew Hall getting that final try, and well, that was some performance by the Tigers.
Yeah, really dominant, full, comprehensive performance by the Tigers there. They'll be really pleased with that. We're able to keep their structures and gain a lot of ground and momentum. Yeah, the Sharks won't be happy with the result, but they improved in the second half, which was good to see, and I'm sure they'll take positives from that moving forward.
Well, Will, it's been a pleasure to have your company for this game. Thank you so much for coming on Co-Coms.
Thank you for having me.
Right, it's been great to have you here. And the finals continue. We will be back next. 3:25 is when the next final taps off. That will be the Midlands Tigers against the South East Taipans in the Women's 27 final. Stay with us. That will be along very shortly.